Welcome everyone to another dose of Digital Soma. In the last episode, we added a coal train from, I believe we started from Ginberg Valley down to Newtown Mines, dropping off the coal at Newtown Valley and picking up from Newtown Mines up to Fort Soffingberry South. And as you can see, our money has greatly increased from the last time, and I think in this episode we're going to start transporting passengers. So we've been having trouble with these two cities kind of going in and out of accepting goods, so I think we're just going to add a bus line between them that will allow them to grow. So X to bring up the transparency menu, just to see where I want to put the bus line. And we can just use that. That'll be fine. And there's a loop there too. Excellent. Alright, so go to, we'll do full load there, and then we'll just have that unload and take cargo, and go back to that depot. We probably need a depot over here too. Just so if the maintenance interval comes up before it drops off its passengers at New Grunborn, it doesn't turn around and try to go back to Flingfingley Market Road Depot. And then we will clone that a bunch of times and see what we actually need. There's 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. We might need 7, depending. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add another one. That should be good enough. And then the passengers should allow those 2 towns to grow. Let's see. I think what we're gonna do for to get a passenger line started, there's a decent number of big cities over here, so I think we're just gonna do a loop around these cities here. Well, I don't know if they're actually, so that's just a town. Grant Hill is a city, so is Raffingbourne, so yeah, this will be a good loop to do. Trick, I think, is going to be, well, that has a, Gant Hill has a bank. Does anybody else have a bank? Raffingburg, Brentford, Meffingbridge has a bank, so we could even transport valuables at the same time if we get them in the catchment areas. So I'll do a station here, I'll do a station I think I'll come up here and do a station up on this side of the city. Destroy some of these roads. Go out the terrain a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll come from Meffingburg. We could even go to Raffingburg twice. Building must be demolished. Which building? Oh. That one. Watch that road, that road. Go this out a little bit. I do not like the layout here. That'll be interesting. We'll try that. Could delete these two houses. Fill this out. And there we go. Now we have to build the lines. Trim the trees off. And we'll be doing this. We'll have a few trains doing the loop in one direction and a few trains doing the loop in the other direction. So we'll have to do that. Instead of doing this cross, we'll have to do that. And again, if you're using the landscaping tools, you can hold Control to do them diagonally. Control, click, and drag. That. We can't do it like that. I have to put that out one more. Fine. There. This is going to be interesting. Let's try. There. That. It'll be fine. It'll be really slow going into the station from this direction, but I don't think we can avoid that. But we know what we can avoid is having... If we put a bridge, there would be two slopes, one right after the other. So we can put that down, and add a tunnel. Tunnel under the river. That'll work. We'll just eagle this land out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now for this, I think we're just gonna have to do this. Drop that down. Could do like that. That prevents 90-degree turns, but it's going to be pretty slow. But I don't think we can avoid going slow on just based on how that how the landscaping is around that town. Bridge. And if you hold Control and build a bridge, it'll just build the latest bridge available. So that just allows you to avoid going into the menu. Let's see. So in situations like this, we can have 6 tiles of flat. That way, if you have a 7-tile train, the train will only be going up one hill at a time. So just one 1 square less than your train length for hills is a good measure. And now over to here. Actually, this. Not too many. Let's just do that. There we go. Drop this down here. And should be about there. There. Yep, perfect. Just even this out. And once you cross the $1 million threshold, you pretty much don't have to worry about money anymore. I mean, sometimes you have to fund new industries, and that takes up cash. But really, once you pass $1 million, you can start doing whatever you want with your train lines as far as landscaping and train link goes. Being a big business definitely allows you to cover up some inefficiencies. Both of these 4. There we go. And 1 tile off. There's that. This is pretty close. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. Do the same thing over here. No, we'll just make a cross. And I believe that finishes up the line. Yes, it does. So we will start with the depot here. Vehicles by, let's see, how much? 64. These carry 20. And we'll do 3. We'll do let's see, max 64, so we'll do 2 mail vans. Yeah, 2 mail vans will be fine. Passengers. And fill out the rest with passengers. Go to. Now, since we're doing this, I won't do full loads. I'll actually work in some timetables here. So then we'll have this. No, we won't autofill. We'll just have it go around the loop a couple of times and see what happens. Again here. Train with without holding control because we don't want it to share orders because we're going to do it in the opposite order. There. What is the max speed of this train? 70. And it is going quite slow. So we might actually have to double engine this. Double engine these trains. Raffingburn Heights. Yep. Gentil. Limborg. Raffingburg. And back to the depot. So what we can do is take out 2 of these passenger cars. New vehicles, buy. You hold control and drag it up to there. Can I rearrange this? Rear engine always follows its front counterpart. Okay. So double engine that, and that should do much better. Maybe. Oh, no signals. Ha! That would be helpful. Signaling out some trains. There we go. Yeah, much better. So once that makes the loop, I'll send it to depot and add another engine to it. So there. Control. We'll drop this down to 4. I don't know if it actually needs it, but have to be how it goes. Just there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, that signals up that. We'll fast forward this so we can get the timetables correct. Oop. It's almost in depot. There we go. Apply that. Hold control and drag it onto the train that you want. Go. Alright, so now we can start filling in the timetable, for this one at least. Okay, so, travel for 13 days, so we can have them stay at this station for about 8 days. travel for 14 days, so you can stay for 9 days. Travel for 15, so 10. Really, we could even push this to for 7 days. So this is, to get maximum station ratings, the arrivals any faster than 7.5 days apart for loading arrivals doesn't increase your score at all. So rather than having a train arrive essentially 5 days after this this train, actually no, if we want to have this, this will be fine. If you want to have maximum ratings, just be sure that your passenger trains or your buses or anything is arriving 7.5 days after the after a loading vehicle arrives. So a vehicle arrives, starts to load, 7.5 days later another vehicle comes in and starts to load. But since we're having these coming in each direction, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem actually. So 18 days, stay for 13, 19 days, we can stay for 14, 13 days, we can stay for 8, and then depot, so travel 16, travel 8, that's a total of 24, which means they can stay for 19 days here. And I imagine the travel times are going to be similar, but not exact. Okay, so there we go. And of course this process gets a little bit more complicated if you're playing with breakdowns, because you have to add in some buffers for when trains are broken down and just pause on the track. And stuff like that, but since I don't have breakdowns on and they're only servicing at one depot, it's pretty easy to figure out. So 11, 13, they can stay for 8. Travel for 18, they can stay for 13. Travel for 18, they can stay for 13. Travel for 15, they can stay for 10. Travel for 13, they can stay for 8. Travel for 12 plus 8, that's 20. They can stay for 15 days. All right, and then we will just wait until they both get back to here before we start adding trains to the line. Alright, so now we can clone that train. And then 5 days after it leaves, we'll tell this to leave the depot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Actually, we can just clone that a bunch of times. Again, 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, 5. Leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you don't have to be exact. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. clone, hold control, you get them to share orders. Because that one's not back yet. Yep, there we go. So we can actually just sell those. Wait, can we? When do we start? Yeah. Alright, so now we'll fast forward to wait for the counter train to come back to Meffing Bridge. Pretty soon. Clone train. On that train a bunch of times. And we'll wait. And in I updated to version 1.9.1, so the clone train button in the depot now works exactly the same as the clone train button in the train window. If this is in a depot, the clone train button in the depot works the same as this button now, so it doesn't pop up with windows when you're cloning trains and sharing vehicles, which is kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. I could probably wait. I could probably only wait until do 4 since it's taken me a little bit of time to click trains to go, but like I said, it doesn't need to be exact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. And there we go. And having done that, I think we are going to end this episode off. We now have $7 million, and we have some we've added 3 cargo types to our cargo types delivered. So we're at 11. So we already have that that goal achieved. If you're looking to get to the Tycoon rating by the end of 2051. So min income, max income. Oh, we don't have any negative. Oh wait, min profit. Yeah, there we go. We do have a negative vehicle. But our minimum income over the past 12 quarters, 400,000. Max is 600,000. So easily done. Don't have units of cargo yet, although we do have the cargo types. And we almost have all the vehicles that we need. So we're in a good place. We're in a good place. And we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And again, if you ever have any questions about why I did things a certain way, or if you have any questions about how timetables or anything work, feel free to leave a comment. Definitely available to answer questions. So yeah, any questions you have, just leave them in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.